Authentic Tribe. Welcome back to the Authentically You channel. If you are new to the channel, my name is Nicole Carey and I am a licensed professional counselor in Michigan. I am also an author of a workbook, Authentically You. And I created this community tribe of being authentic, so those that are in the community can come and show up as their authentic self, being supported. I have been going through this workbook, sharing exercises for people to know that they can do the work for themselves if they're open to becoming self-aware through their self-discovery journey, and in hopes that they will accept themselves unconditionally with unconditional self-love. So if you have the workbook and you've been following me, awesome. If you do not have the workbook and you want to get the workbook, you can purchase the workbook on Amazon. But you also can follow along, and as I share the different exercises, you can do the exercises for yourself, so that you can become self-aware of all parts of you and open to accepting yourself unconditionally with self-love. So I'm going to kind of go into the next phase, the last session that we discussed on the channel about identifying who you are and being able to discuss if there's some things you don't like about yourself, but also discussing positive attributes about yourself as well. So this is kind of a continuation from that exercise into a new exercise. So if you were able to identify some things that you did not like, that you would like to work on and change, I'm going to definitely speak on this exercise because this is really going to be key for you. If you identify anything you did not like about yourself, it's important that you now ask yourself if what you do not like, can it be changed? Can you change that, right? And of course, if you put down some physical attributes, right? That maybe, of course, if you put down, oh, I want to lose weight, right? I don't like my weight size, or I don't like something that is a physical appearance, then, and you can change it, then definitely being open to that. But if it was something that is related to your personality or skill set, and you want to work on that, you also can change that, right? I just want you to become clear on whether or not, if you wrote something down that you said you did not like about yourself, if you can actually do the work to be able to change that. And if you can, then are you willing to do what is required? That's going to be key, right? So definitely knowing that if it was something that you pointed out and you wrote for yourself, that, okay, now I'm aware, I don't want this, I can change it, am I open and willing to do the work? That's going to be key, right? And if so, then you're going to go into these 6 steps to provide a way to start to do the work to change, right? These 6 steps provide a framework for transforming the dislikes to likes, right? The things that you want to change. And so I want you to know, as I give you the 6 steps, that remember during your process of change to think positive thoughts, because your thoughts will impact your emotions, okay? So just be clear. It's okay that you pointed out some flaws that you're not happy with, but you know that you become aware, right? Self-aware, and you're open to change. That's you being honest with yourself and accountability. And so then I'm going to go into the 6 steps for you to start the work, okay? So 6 steps to change, right? For change, right? These 6 steps provide a framework for transforming the dislikes to likes, right? So, 1, you're going to identify what you are not pleased with about yourself. And you would have done that in the prior exercise, right? So you wrote the list of things, or just one thing, right, that you did not like or was not pleased with about yourself that you want to work on. The second step is determine if it is in your control to change, right? So that's definitely the important piece, because if it's not something you can change, then definitely doing the work to get acceptance around that. If it is something that you can change, then asking yourself, are you willing to commit to do the work to change? 3, if you control the ability to change, are you willing to do the work? And this is so key, right? Because sometimes we cannot like something, or we want something different, but we have to ask ourselves, are we disciplined enough? Are we committed to doing the work so that we can get the results that we're looking for? Okay, and that's going to be up to you. Only you know if you're going to, stick to it and be honest. And it's not that you can't necessarily start something, maybe, lose focus, but then jump back on it so you can really obtain the goal. And you may need an accountability partner, or you may be, in the place of holding yourself accountable and know that this is so important to you that you're willing to do the work. The 4th step is apply your abilities to make a plan for the change you want to see. So that's going to be key in knowing that I want to make sure that I make these changes. So let me create what this looks like for me to be able to do the steps that I need to do to get the results. You're going to create a plan of what that looks like for yourself, right? And you're going to be clear on that, and making necessarily steps that you can see and be able to measure, to know, okay, because it may not be instant depending on what you need or what you're looking for as it relates to changing. Sometimes it takes time, more time than, other things. So then you're going to need to be clear in creating a plan and giving yourself grace in working on whatever it is that you would like to change. The 5th step is give yourself grace, right? And I just kind of said that in number 4, but it really is key. You have to give yourself some grace. Accept the person you are currently, right? So you are who you are. Remember, we're self-aware. And love yourself throughout the process. So you're going to give yourself grace. You're going to accept the person that you are, knowing that you're going to do the work, right? And love yourself throughout the process. That's going to be so key, because self-acceptance is, I am aware of who I am. I accept all of me, even the things that I want to work on. Okay? And then the 6th step is remember, what you say to yourself about yourself matters. So you're going to really need to make sure that you're being positive through this process, right? Because if you use negative self-talk, it's going to impact how you feel, your emotions, and then it impacts your behavior. So you don't want to be negative. You want to speak positivity within yourself and know that it's a process, and acknowledging your steps as you are changing. So if it's gradual, then acknowledge, okay, it's better today. It's better a week from where I started. oh, I'm a month in and I see and I notice a difference. But being positive is going to be really key in you sticking to doing the work. So I hope this helps you with just being open to accepting any flaws that you may have wrote down, but then also knowing if you are able to change what you do not like, and then creating a plan and steps of action to get to the place of where you want to be, all while being positive with yourself and loving yourself unconditionally. So that is what we have today for this particular exercise. I hope you guys are really enjoying your self-discovery journey. And if you don't have the workbook, remember you can get that workbook on Amazon. And you are always welcome to this community, showing up as your authentic self, loving yourself unconditionally. So please share and subscribe. Thank you.